Welcome yourself to practice today by closing the eyes or turning your gaze low. Bring your attention, your awareness to your breath. As you bring your awareness to the breath, a good time to take a little mental check-in. Body, mind, how are you starting practice? And from that knowledge, we'll open up into gentle, easy movement. Drop the chin down. Rock the right ear over towards the right shoulder. And take the right hand over top the head towards the left ear. Give it a little more attention and tug it out to the side. And nice and slow, release the hand, chin to chest, and do that to the second side. Try to relax the shoulders themselves here. Just easy opening. Again, relax the hand down, chin back down towards the chest. As you lift the head today, take both hands back behind you to support, and then lift the chest, look up towards the sky. And take the hands out in front of you, cross at the wrist. Round the back, sit back into it a bit. Upper back stretch. And then we'll come back to neutral and find your way to all fours. Place the hands right under the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. Move the spine back and forth. Good old cat and cow here. Feel free to add in more side to side, circular movement, whatever feels nice. Just awakening, opening up for the movement, for the practice. Okay, stretch to downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. From down dog, come forward to plank pose. Top of our push-up, as always, squeeze the heels in, squeeze the glutes, lengthen the tailbone, tone the belly. Gaze forward just a little bit rather than straight down. Try to put the pressure on the thumb, the first finger, more than the rest of the hand or wrist. Stay here at the top of your plank. Plank always available to us from the toes or with the knees on the ground. Finding where you can keep straight arms. Fullness in the pose. All right, lie it flat down onto the yoga mat. Reach your arms back behind you. Lift everything that you can up. Locust. Lift, lift, lift. Release, push back to child's pose. Pop up to your fingertips, lift the forearms, elbows, upper arm bones to the sky, that little hollowing underneath the armpit. We want to keep that and stretch even more from the shoulders back towards the hips. Let's try this today. Keep the right hand forward. Take the left hand back by the line of your knees or shoulders and reach just on that right side. Nice, and then we'll switch it. Left hand out, pull the right hand back. And then reach both hands back out. Change to downward facing dog again. And from here, we move into the push-ups. Come forward to plank. Do a push-up down, up, and back to downward facing dog. And then do it 4 more times. Try to go for your full range in the push-up. Whether that's from your toes or from the knees is up to you. Strong in the glutes, no dip in the belly. 5 full rounds here. Find your pace. And then stay in downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward in between the hands for your lunge. Come up to high lunge. Torso upright, lift the arms to the sky. Big full lunge here off the bat. Take it into a twist, left arm across the right leg, look over the right shoulder. And then take both arms back up to the sky. Lower the hands down either side of the front foot. Step it back to dog pose. And then give it a go on the second side. Step the left foot forward into your lunge. Make sure the feet are hip distance apart. That gets even more important when we add into the twist. Arms overhead first in that high lunge. Then add the twist. Right arm goes across the left leg. Look over the left shoulder. Nicely done. Both arms back up to the sky. Lower the hands and step it back, down dog. Walk your hands now backwards to your feet so we're at the end of our mat. My favorite, ragdoll pose. Keep a bend in the knees. Try to release and hang heavy. Fingertips can stay to the floor or hold on to the elbows. Add a sway from side to side if you'd like. Try to push the air out. Remember to relax the head. This is always a really nice counter pose after lying in bed all night. And slowly roll up to standing. Roll the shoulders up and back a couple of times. Roll the shoulders forward and down a couple of times. All right, make your way up to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Going into our sun salutation A here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Step it back to plank. Lower flat down to the mat. Peel the chest up, cobra. Press down through the hands and feet. And then lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Stay here for a couple of rounds of breath. Next breath, look forward in between the hands. Move forward with a step, a walk, a jump. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stand, reach the arms to the sky. Bring the palms back to the center of the chest. Do it all over again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Step back to plank. Lower down to the mat. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Breathe here. Look in between the hands. Walk, step, or jump forward. Inhale, half lift. Forward fold. Stand up, reach the arms to the sky. Bring palms together, center of the chest. Pause right here for 2 breaths. Feel the steadiness underneath your feet. Life of your breath throughout you. Let's balance on one foot. Tree pose. Place your right foot onto your left leg. Start and stay low or bring it up higher. If you're going foot to the inner thigh, really do push the foot strong onto the leg, and vice versa. Leg has to push back out. Lift the arms overhead, be as long as you can. From the bottom foot all the way up to the fingertips. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Take this into eagle pose. So you're going to drop the right arm under the left. Cross at the elbows, come back to the front or back of the hands, and then take your tree pose leg and cross it over the standing leg into eagle. The higher we cross in the thighs, easier it is to get the foot to wrap close to or even behind the standing calf. Squeeze, squeeze in. Release both feet back down to the ground. Release the arms and come to tree pose on the second side. So place your left foot against the right. Any height above or below the knee. Lift the arms overhead once you're balanced. Balance is a funny thing, changes. Side to side a little different. Eagle pose arms, wrap the left elbow under the right. Hold the shoulders or come back to the hands. Wrap the left leg on top of the right. Squeeze everything tight in. So if it's touching, squeeze it more. Squeeze the elbows, upper arm bones, forearms, thighs, knees, everything that's touching each other, squeeze. Stand back 2 feet, unwrap the arms, lift the arms up to the sky now. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. This time a lunge. Keep the right foot forward, step the left foot back into your low lunge. Right hand up to the sky for your twist here. Keeping the right hand lifted, heel toe your right foot a little more out to the side. Give your body some space. Lower the back knee down. Add a quad stretch. Pull the back heel towards your bum. Take the right hand, hold on to your left foot. Try to pull it in until you feel a nice strong stretch down the front of the left thigh. You can lean the head back, shoulders back to add a bit of a back bend into this quad stretch and twist. 3 for 1 there. Go back around to your low lunge, 2 hands to the ground. Pick up the back knee. Step backwards to plank. Lower flat down to the mat. Cobra pose, peel the chest up. Downward facing dog. Take the hips all the way up and back. Look to your hands. Step or jump to the front of the mat. Half lift. Forward fold. Stand up, reach the arms to the sky. Palms together, center of the chest. Always that little moment to come back. Steady. And then do it over on the second side. Lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Keep the left foot forward. Step your right foot back into your lunge. Add the twist, left hand high. From here, heel toe the left foot over towards the edge of your mat. Set the right knee down. Pull the back heel in towards your seat. And then the top hand reaches back to try to hold on to the right foot. If you have hold of the back foot, try a little more sway back in the shoulders. Look up towards the sky. And then release the back foot. Bring it back into your low lunge. Slide into plank pose. Lower down to the mat. Cobra. Downward facing dog. I'm going to stay right here in down dog. And then change to all fours. Set the knees down. Opposite arm and leg here. Lift the right leg up and back in line with the spine. Extend the left arm out in front. Try to keep the hips as square down to the floor as possible. Same with the shoulders. Everything balanced. Core strong and steady. Pull the navel up into the spine. Bend the back knee. Just like we did before. Take the left hand, try to reach back, hold on to the right foot. And push everything higher up towards the sky. So if you push your foot into the hand, it gives you more length. Use that length to extend up. Release the arm and leg. Set it down, back to all fours. Give it a go on the second side. Lift the left leg up and back. And the right hand out in front. Again, thinking of it somewhat like the quad stretch hold that we did just the pose before. You bend your back knee, left heel towards your seat. And then take the right hand to try to hold on to the left foot. We're keeping shoulders and hips square this time, still down towards the mat. But push your foot into the hand. And with the hand, actually try to lift the leg a little bit higher. And then release all the way back down to all fours. Back to downward facing dog. Walk the hands now backwards to the feet. Bring your hands to your hips, point the elbows to the sky, press down into your feet, come all the way up to standing. From the back of the mat, reach the arms to the sky, pull the right knee up and into your chest. Oh, we're doing this all month long, those big giant steps forward to our high lunge. Whew, go for it. Lower the hands around the front foot, step back to dog pose. Walk the hands to the feet. We're taking this first one slow. Hands to the waist, point the elbows up to the sky, push down into your feet, stand up. Arms up, left knee up and into the chest. Now I'm saying one big giant step. If for you and the abilities of the body it doesn't work that way, it might be 5 little steps that become the one big stride. Get there, left leg forward, right foot back. The journey teaches us how is best. Step it back, downward facing dog. And then we're going to do it faster. Walk the hands back. Stand up, arms up, right knee up and into the chest. Step it forward. Go to downward facing dog. Walk it back. You don't have to stay right at my pace here. Second side. It's each leg 3 times, so this is already 2 times through. Just one more each leg. Oftentimes, especially if you practice mostly with me, I can get a little bit stuck into the form. I go slower in the practice. This is trying to build us out of that comfort zone, just to move and try it. Stay at the back of your mat, stand up, lift the arms to the sky when you're done. To get us into the next pose, we've got to start again. Right knee up and into the chest. Take that huge step forward, high lunge. Now, hinge from the hips. Push your butt back, arms forward, more like a T shape. And weight fully into the right leg. Lift the left leg off of the ground for warrior 3. Arms can stay out. A little more ease, take them to your waistline. This is like all 4s that we did, lifting one leg, opposite arm, like twisted monkey. I'm going to try to ask you to balance here. Reach the right hand back, try to hold on to your left foot. If you get that, drop the left hand down and you're suddenly in a twisted sugar cane pose, a twisted half moon bind. Go back to warrior 3 with the bent bottom leg. This is going to burn us out. Touch the toes down and lift the leg up. Touch the toes down, now lift it up. Touch it down, lift it up. 2 more times, touch down, lift, touch down, lift. 2 feet together, Utkatasana, stand all the way up. Release the arms. Walk it to the back of the mat. Okay, so it's that high lunge, big step forward. We go into warrior 3 with a bent standing leg to get us then into the hold of the back foot. From there, back into warrior 3. Toe taps go down and up. Let's see what happens. Lift the arms up to the sky, left knee to the chest. Step it all the way. High lunge. And the variations are you take as much as works. Don't overthink it. Hinge forward, put the weight onto the left leg. This is a variation. Are you lifting the right leg up? Are you keeping the hands out or to the waist? Good. Can your left hand hold on to the right foot? Bend the right knee. Now to stabilize, take the right fingertips down. Try to square hips and shoulders to the ground, just like we did when we were on hands and knees instead of foot and hands. And then release the back leg. Engage in the belly to take both hands back up, whether they're out or at the waistline, and tap down. When the legs are tired, tap up and down. Try to stay with it. 5 taps, working great stabilization in the left standing leg and hip and glute, strengthening in the hamstring of the lifted leg. 2 feet together, chair pose. Stand it all the way up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Be happy to be done with that. Exhale, forward fold. Even out the stretch to the hamstrings. Half lift. Step back to plank. Nice work. Let's keep moving. Lower it down to your yoga mat. Reach both hands out in front of you. Superhero pose. Lift up. Roll onto your right side. Set up for Anatasana endless pose. So your head can be propped with your right hand. Trying to lie on the side edge of the mat, side of your body, and place your top leg into tree pose. Tendency is to roll back towards your butt. Try to stay more forward, as if you're going to fall down onto your belly rather than rolling back onto your butt. Work Anatasana from tree pose leg, or hold on to your foot and stretch the legs straighter. For those that are more flexible, don't pull the foot by your head, keep it straight up to the sky. I like to gaze down at the bottom leg to hold the balance steady. A trickier one than it looks. Lower the top leg down, roll onto your belly, superhero, lift up. Exhale, roll onto the left side of the body. So you're on the other edge of your mat. Prop the head with your hand. The front right hand can help you with the balance so that you do stay on the sideline. And then top leg again for tree pose. And if I think there's not a lot to this pose, I'm definitely going to just roll back. But you have to think of this on the side being as balanced, as much work as the standing tree pose. So you squeeze the bottom glute, extend through the bottom foot, stick with it there, or reach the top leg up towards the sky. Top leg does not have to go all the way straight, or you can release the hold of the foot to straighten the arm and leg. Work through your range of motion. And then release everything back down. Roll into the belly. And one more time, superhero pose shows us that long reach, all that we can do. Lower it down all the way back to child's pose. Push butt to the heels. Relax the forehead and the arms down along the mat here. And then sit back on your seat, just change to a seated position. Stretch the legs out in front of you. With the legs out in front of you, traditional seated forward fold. Lift the arms to the air like you're in an L shape. Try to keep the long lines, lengthen the torso and hinge forward. Drop the hands down to hold on to your ankles, your feet, or the yoga mat. Keep your chin a little lifted. Look towards your feet rather than at the shins or thighs. That helps us with the extended spine version. Bring the hands back towards the waist. Come upright. So I'm going to take a wide-legged seat here, a straddle. Feel free to switch side lengths of your mat, whatever works in your space. I like to use the long edge of my mat for a straddle, trying to get the heels towards the front corners while I sit on the back edge. Something along those lines. Take the hands right here at the top of the thighs. You're going to push down just a slight bit and see if you can't sit a little bit taller through the spine. Sometimes hands behind you is more helpful for that. And then we're going to twist. The whole torso looks towards the right leg and walk the hands out on either side. You'll likely notice that the other side of your seat gets lighter on the ground. Don't worry about it so much. Just allow yourself to stretch. Find a range that feels good for you. And then move both hands more to the inside of the leg so that it changes into a little more inner thigh, groin stretch. And then keep walking the hands until they're in the center, torso forward as much as works. And that should take you back towards pretty equal seat. And then walk the hands over towards the second side, keeping both hands on the inside of the leg. And finally, one hand on each side of the leg. And bring the torso all the way back up and face your center. Okay, this time, same-ish thing, but take a bend in your knees, flex the feet, point the toes up to the sky, hands straight out in front of you, reach forward and back. Do this pulse 10 times, forward and back. As you do this, we want to think of the muscles squeezing in towards the center line the entire time. I think it's easier to find that strengthening with bent knees rather than straight legs. So that's why we're there. Okay, I wanted about 10 of these. I don't know where we are. Let's go with 3, 2, and 1. Stay upright. Bring the feet all the way into your Baddha Konasanas, bound angle position. Soles of the feet together, knees out to the side. Hands out in front again. Do that same lean forward. Push your feet in. Extend your knees out as you do so. That sense of strengthening and squeezing in. Stay with it, but let the whole torso fold over. Be more relaxed in the upper body while you keep that strengthening quality in the legs. Most of the strength stabilization and stretch work we did today were focused on outer hips, keeping the rotation of the legs front to back. So we're just giving ourselves a little love here to the external rotation before we close out our practice. Okay, bring it back up, knees together, lay down onto your back, lie down onto your back, hug the knees into the chest. Hold on to just the right leg, extend the left leg out, and let the right leg go straight up to the sky. Hold behind your calf or behind the thigh. And then bend the right knee a lot. Wrap the elbow to the inside of your leg, but hold onto the outside of your foot. So you're in a reclined lunge. You could call this one half happy baby. Now swing your right ankle towards the left shoulder. Lift the head and shoulders off the mat as you do so, and wrap the foot into the crease of the elbow. I immediately realize, nope, that's not feeling great today. So back off a little bit and go to the forearms under the shin. Or you can hold left hand to left foot, right hand to right knee. Left hand to the foot, right hand to the knee. Let everything drop and release. Hug both knees back into the chest. Do it on the second side. Hold the front of the left shin. Extend the right leg. Left leg straight up to the sky. Hold again behind the thigh or behind the calf. Reclined lunge or half happy baby. You bend the left knee. Wrap the left elbow to the inside of the leg. Hold on to the outside of the foot. And then it's into that supine pigeon pose. I definitely lift head and shoulders off the ground to try to swing the ankle closer to the right shoulder here. And then you've got the three clasp, either left hand to left knee, right hand to left foot, or hold forearms under the shin or eye of the elbows around the foot and knee. It all lowers down. Stretch the arms overhead. Little banana shape here. Both legs go towards the left side. I'm crossing right ankle over the left leg to get me there. Lean both hands over towards the left. So you've got a banana curve of the body. Great yen posture that you can take as a whole practice, staying here for 5-10 minutes. Oh, but for today, we're just taking a quick look at it. Go to the second side. So the legs curve a little towards the right with the left ankle crossed on top. And then curve the arms over towards the right as well. Just great outer body, side body reach and stretch here. Okay. Back to your center. Friends, this is the time to find any last unwinding movement that would feel nice to you. Is there a pose? Just a little searching out. And from that unwinding state, go to your stillness. Find Shavasana lying on your back. Find a seat of meditation. It's up to you. 2 minutes. Be still. Once again, draw attention, awareness to breath, and then to breath and body together. Take a little movement back in. If you are lying down, come on back to a seated position. Once in our seat, draw the palms together. Give yourself a little nod, a sense of gratitude and thanks for this time of practice. As a way of sending the gifts, the thought of the practice into our day. We close in the sound of Om. Sing along, listen, tune it out. Here we are. Empty out the breath. Deep breath in. Again, in full gratitude to yourself, each other, and this practice. Namaste. Okay, yogis, have a wonderful day.